Do you want to tell them? Do you want to tell them? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? Y'all, it is sunny and hot out here. I have got to clean waterers and refill them today. And I have like a short window of time simply because I have so many irons in the fire, and I always take my grandson to physical therapy so he can get his shoulder back working. And you can hear everybody here today says that they've not eaten in 5 years, even though they just ate. I'm simply out here to clean and fill watering tubs. But here we are, and everybody is screaming at me. So, but, oh look, there's Harold. There is Harold and Uno. Uno is yelping, and Harold likes it. You know, Harold originally came from Cog Hill, and Uno is actually his daughter, but in the bird world now, they are husband and wife. And it's okay with turkeys, or I wouldn't let that happen, but it's perfectly natural at this point. I got a whole bunch of goats that are, I want to say, sharpening their horns on me, but I don't know what they're doing. Hey, Daisy. Okay, you guys stop. Well, Sophie, I know the gender. I know the gender of Clover, the emu chick. So we're gonna have that reveal here shortly. But first, let's clean some waterers. Ugh, y'all have got this thing nasty. Daisy, get away. No. No. Those chickens like that dirty water, don't they? They do like that. And Miss Nellie was trying to get over here and mess with the camera. I've got algae all over my shirt now. And here's the thing is, now if I skip a day of cleaning, like yesterday was my day to clean, and I just wasn't feeling it yesterday. So I waited till today to clean, and it was like 100 times worse. It's just ridiculous the amount of algae that can grow overnight. So here we are today, and it is in the middle of the day, and I'm really seriously considering dousing myself with that hose right now because it is so hot. It is so hot out here. But they will have clean water. I hear the boys. Let's go harass them. Hey, boys. Hey, boys. You just got a hold of my finger. He likes his jaws rubbed. He is so sweet, y'all. Hey, baby. I bet you want to know what the gender is. You want to know? Do you want to know? Do you want to know what that gender is on that little emu chick? Well, you might want to. Are them flies bothering you? They're not too bad on you right now. Your treatment is still working, except for right down there at your hooves. But on your back, it's still working. You're still clear. Mama's medicine's still working for you. Yes, and you don't have any. Well, you might have a few on your legs. But they will stand there and let me spray them with a garden sprayer while they're eating. They're pretty good about that. They are pretty good about that. Mama's going to tell you the gender here in a little bit, okay? We're going to go and we're going to determine, is Clover a boy or is Clover a girl? I know the answer. You know that when I sent the egg for DNA, it was contaminated. So they could not get any DNA from it. They had told me to dry it for 24 hours. Well, apparently 24 hours was not enough. So it was still a little bit too wet in the eggshell, and it had been contaminated, and they told me that it was just impossible to get DNA. So here we are. So in between all the goings on, I called Brooke, and she and Mary Carl came over, and they took toenail blood from Clover, the emu chick. Now, I chose the name Clover because, number one, it likes clover. Number two, Clover could be either a boy or a girl name. I mean, it's Clover. So if it's a girl, I'll call her Clovey. If it's a boy, I'll still just call him Clover. So is it a Clover or a Clovey? Well, we shall soon reveal that answer to y'all. Now, when I sent the toenail blood off, I went ahead because I was afraid of it being contaminated or not being good blood, and I did not want it to sit over the weekend at the lab. So I went ahead and sent that blood overnight. And what they tell you to do is put a dime-sized drop on a coffee filter, because that is their filter paper that they use on their blood cards. So they told me to put a dime-sized drop, and it spreads so quickly that it's a dime size with just a minute amount of blood. Just one tiny drop turns out to be huge. But I gave them more than that. I gave them 3 dime-sized drops. And they said let it dry for 45 minutes. And after 45 minutes, you'll put it in an envelope and send it, and it will be perfect. So what I did was I let it dry for an hour. I wanted to be sure. Then I put it in a Ziploc bag, I put it in an envelope, and then I sent it next day overnight. And they received it early a.m. on Friday morning. Now, to run the DNA, it takes about 24 hours, so at least the answer would be there for them when they came in on Monday morning, and they could put it on my online account. So I would be able to look on my online account and get my answer. Is it a boy or is it a girl? So Monday morning, I was just on pins and needles. Logged on, still pending. Logged on a couple hours later, still pending. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you know, now this blood was contaminated or something. So then it was later that evening when I logged on again right at closing time and still pending. So Tuesday morning, I get up, still pending. A couple of hours later, I logged on and there's my result. And I'm telling you, I was just, I guess, a little bit shocked. I don't know. Either way, I'd have probably been shocked, but I was a little shocked. So let's go finish this up and we will talk about that answer. Now that's some high quality H2O. And if you like the movie Waterboy, you'll get that. So a couple of you had reached out about my white rooster was limping and it looked like he had blood on him. The blood appearance was actually his color on his feathers. There really wasn't any blood on him. But he is limping because he does have a hurt foot. And I'm just willing to bet that that hurt foot came from a fight with Uno the turkey. For some reason, that rooster and Uno fight. It is the hormonal season of the year. Let's put it that way. And they tend to fight. But all is well. I've checked him out and he's not even limping today. But thank you for reaching out. Thank you for catching that. I probably was oblivious to it at the time. But yes, I appreciate that very much. Those are some fat cows. You're a little bit jealous. Stop now. Okay. All right. Let's, all right. Look at this sweet baby. So Otis just ran because, in my glasses. Otis just ran because Otis is a little bit jealous. So Otis will be back. Otis will be back. And we will be harassed. All right, so if you've been watching the videos, you know that this chick that's getting super big now, I did name it Clover because it likes clover. Here, there's your one. And now it's not going to eat it. There we go. But it's infatuated with clover. It walks around the yard and eats and pecks and does everything. But if you've been watching the videos, you know that Clover is the chick of Nugget and Goldie, who were siblings, and I did not mean to hatch this chick. And you know the story about how the incubator was there and it was hatch day. And you also know that I got Otis to be Goldie's future husband because Goldie is coming here to get her away from Nugget. And she and Otis are going to be husband and wife. So this chick here, if it's a girl, we don't have to worry about anything because it won't be related to Otis. And it can be in with Goldie and Otis can have two wives. He can have his own little harem. Hey, Big Fuzz. So Big Fuzz is coming over here to talk to us too. But if it's a boy, you know, I've said all along that I won't be able to keep him because he can't be in with his mom for fear of him breeding his mom, and we have to stop the cycle of the chicks and the emus being relative. So when I sent off the DNA sample, the blood. They did send back the result. Do you want to tell them? Do you want to tell them? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? Big Fuzz, do you know, is Clover a boy or a girl? Do you know? Well, he's telling us the answer, but we can't understand chicken talk, can we? So, do you know, are you a boy or a girl? Can you tell me? Can you tell me, are you a boy or a girl? Okay, so let me tell you something about this chick versus Otis. Otis has not been in the pool yet. Can't get Otis to get in the pool. However, Otis will get out in the middle of a rainstorm and just get soaking wet. Clover gets in the pool, lays down and rolls and flips and flops. Loves water, just like Nugget and Goldie. Also, Otis loves to put bruises on my arms, and he pecks everything that he sees. Clover likes to clean my shoes. Who does that remind you of? So, the results are in. Clover is a boy. He is a male emu chick. Now, I know that some of you, your heart just dropped because you know that it's not ideal. It's not what I wanted Clover to be, and Clover does love me. So, Tony, when I told him that Clover was a boy, Tony immediately looked at me and said, "What are you going to do? That chick loves you, and you love that chick." And honestly, emus have quickly become one of my favorite, all-time favorite animals because they are just adorable and lovable, and they each have their own little cute personality, and they're all individual personalities. No two are alike, except Clover and Nugget have a lot of similar traits. They just remind me so much of one another. So I just told Tony, I don't know. It's going to be heartbreaking. I do have a couple of people in mind. Brooke even said that she would be willing to keep Clover at her house and that he could just join the clan of boys. But I would miss this. I would miss this so much. So I've reached out to PETA over at Milligan Farms where Otis came from. And I told PETA that I would be needing a female chick that is unrelated to, of course it'll be related to Otis, so it can't go in with Otis, but it can go in with Clover. So I need a wife for Clover. We do have several different pastures, and we can keep them separated, but Clover needs a wife. He needs a partner. Yeah, I'm just going to get him a female, or, I could even get another male to go with him, but he needs a friend. So I'm just going to keep Clover in a different pasture and get him a friend. He's hiding over here. Hey, buddy. He is always, if I'm outside, Clover's right here beside me. And you notice Otis has already went on his merry way. He's doing his own thing right now. He'll be back in a few minutes. Otis is very super smart. I tell Otis to go up at night, and he goes into his cage, and that's where he sleeps. Him and Big Fuzz, the Silky, they sleep in the cage at night so that predators can't get to them. And in the mornings, I turn them out, and they take off and they run. And Clover here stays in the brooder house at night, and he's locked completely up. And then when I let him out in the mornings, in here he runs. And I have to be real careful and just watch very closely because Otis is just now getting used to him. Otis was kind of mean to him at first. He just kind of wanted to peck him or chase him, and I didn't want him to get hurt. So I had to stay out here with him a lot. But Clover is like my super buddy. Yeah, my super buddy. Tony calls them big super chicken and little super chicken. But you want to tear my shirt up. Oh, you can't get my ring either. You can't get that ring. You might rip that ring. You might rip that ring. So, well, that's the story. I'm going to keep him, y'all. I'm going to keep him. Clover's here to stay. I can't get rid of you, Clover. Okay, you got to give me my ring back. No, you can't have my ring. Look, he wants my ring. He knows it's on my finger now. You know it's on my finger now. And he's cleaning my shoe. You're so much like your daddy. You are so much like your daddy. Y'all, I couldn't imagine Clover leaving here. I get it. He can't be around his mama, but I still just, racking my brain about what could I do. I was so heartbroken when I found out that he was a boy, and just really trying to think what I could do. And Tony just solved it all. He's like, if we need to build another pasture, we'll build another pasture. But just quickly becoming my favorite animals, because, where else can you get this kind of loving? All right, y'all. Well, Clover's a boy. Clover's here to stay. We will figure it out. By the time he's old enough to worry about having a wife, we will have him a wife. And we have already put that into the works. And give me my ring. You got to stop that. You're going to tear it up. Now, also, I want to remind you about the merch site. It is a square site, so it won't look like everybody else's site. It'll have the word square in it. And I think it says GG Farm /square. But go there. I've got beautiful hats, t-shirts. Matter of fact, I'm wearing one of the t-shirts. This is the coral t-shirt with the big logo on the front. I have the ones that are the logo, the little pocket logo with the big logo on the back. I also have the cute Flower Patch Kid tumblers, coffee cups, and the original logo coffee cup is marked down right now, just to kind of get rid of them. Those will be discontinued. So go onto the site and check it out. There's some really cool stuff. And Tony has his coffee cup on there, the Campfire and Countryside coffee cup. And I just love his logo. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite coffee cups I drink out of every day. But y'all go on there and take a look at the merch, and every purchase on there it just helps the farm out. And if you don't want to purchase, just go on there and look and see how cute this stuff is. I'm just so grateful for anything. But y'all, meet Clover Green, the new little male emu chick. So he is my little deputy. How about that? Y'all farm on.